Baby Dory is the cutest fish I've ever seen. Oh my god, those eyes, the fucking eyes, they do it for you.
What the fuck?
What is up, guys? Psycho Anarchy here with a movie review for you, full spoiler review of Finding Dory, the Pixar sequel to the original Pixar classic Finding Nemo, one of my childhood movies that I grew up with because it still holds up today. And is this movie good? Yes it is. It's Pixar. But is it as good as the original? We'll have to wait and see and find out as I review. Full disclosure, spoiler review. This is full-on spoilers. We're going to be talking about this in detail to an extent. I don't want to spoil everything, but you know, it's been a week already. You've had your time. Go see the movie. That's all I have to say right now. For the spoilers, Finding Dory, it's not just the story of Dory trying to find her mom and dad. This story is the story about a person living with a disability, something that hinders them in the eyes of society. It really is a heartwarming and at times heart-wrenching story about how society is kind of like that. Sometimes, let's start off right away. When Baby Dory loses her parents, right off the bat, you know what it shows? It starts off by showing the fact that she's going around from fish to fish, and she's just like, hey, can you help me? My name's Dory. I have short-term memory loss. I don't know where I am. I don't know where my parents are. Oh, I forgot instantly. And sometimes people are like, oh, can I help you? How can I help you if you don't remember? And then there's moments where she's just completely ignored. And this is actually a real life thing. This is a real issue in life because, come on, you're not innocent from that. Everyone's guilty somewhat of ignoring people who ask for help or need something, or just, it shows that this movie doesn't hold back. That's the beauty and like the craziness of Pixar. They're just like, oh, you want to cry? Okay, alright, start crying. There's the tears. Because it's so real. This problem is so real. That's what makes this movie, I think, really good. Because, for starters, it doesn't hold back. It's like, it shows that Dory does sometimes suffer through this. She hates this sometimes. She constantly apologizes, saying, I'm sorry, I have short-term memory. It just is a problem. And that is something that I think a lot of people could relate to, even if you don't have a disability. If you have just a problem, then most of the time people will just ignore. And that is where this movie succeeds. But let me just start off by saying some of the bad. There is bad in this movie because no movie is perfect. Even my favorite ones are not perfect, like Avengers. So, this movie suffers from sequelitis. That's its main only problem. As in, the premise is the same as last time, but just, you know, a few minor details that are changed here and there. But in general, it's find somebody else's family and then break out of some institution and rescue. It's just, it's kind of the same thing as the first movie, Finding Nemo, but, you know, with a few details changed. But you know what? It's all about execution. That's its only knock. There is maybe a few more details here and there, but those are far and too few between. Let's start off with the characters. Dory and Marlin, Nemo, they're all great. They have the voice actors return. Ellen DeGeneres is fantastic as Dory, and it's just really, really great seeing her embrace this role. It's really awesome. Marlin and Nemo, they are great as father and son, playing off one another. There's a lot of great jokes here. There's a lot of cameos. It's like, hey, Crush, and some other ones that actually you have to stay for the after credit scenes to see some other characters from Finding Nemo. And overall, the old characters are great. The new characters are just as good, if not better, because Hank, Destiny, and Bailey are three characters we meet that are just so funny. So, you know, each have their own distinct personality. Bailey and Destiny have a relationship that's like two best friends who've known each other for years. They have no qualms in talking smack to one another, but are, you know, they always are friends no matter what, even like when they're, like, you know, talking shit to each other. But Bailey is hilarious when he discovers his gift. Destiny is just like Dory. No, she's not like Dory, but she and Dory get along great. And Hank is just awesome. He comes off as kind of a prick, but like Dory says, he's sweet on the inside because I guess you could say he never had that friend like Dory who, no matter what, will never give up on him. And that's something he holds dear, and I guess he really gets attached to Dory because at the end of the movie, he agrees to return to the ocean with her. And it just shows that Dory has that kind of impact on people, no matter how subtle, direct, or indirect, that she could change people for the better. Marlon says so himself. He's like, because of you, Dory, I got to save my son. Plain and simple. And that is one of the truly heartwarming scenes of the movie where, even though they say, Dory, you have your problems, Dory, you have your issues, you're still a good person, and you're still a kind person, and you do what's right no matter what. And that's something I really love about this movie, is it does not sugarcoat the fact that Dory can be a problem sometimes. But in the end, people still realize that Dory just wants to do good. She wants to do what's right for her friends and herself. And that is where this movie shines. There's a lot of funny adult innuendo jokes, as Pixar, as good animations always do, that made me laugh, like the part where Dory explains children. And it's really fascinating seeing how Dory's mind works. It's random things that allow her to remember parents, remember detail. It's the way she thinks. It's what helps her. It truly defines that everybody has a different way of doing things. Everybody has a different way of remembering. Everybody is unique to themselves and should embrace that. And that is where this movie really shines. This is just me. This is my interpretation of it. This is my review of it. This is what I'm thinking of it. And there's just so much greatness to this movie that I enjoyed so much. There's, honest to God, I'm not fully analytical, so I don't see all the main problems with this movie. But overall, they capture the essence of Dory perfectly. I love this character through and throughout. She's great. I absolutely adore the comedy in this movie. Everything about this movie is just really, really fun to watch. Spectacular. The animation, Pixar has never let us down, so there's no complaints there. And overall, this movie is just a great time. Take your parents, take your kids. This is a good family movie because kids will one day understand as well as families can understand now. Yada, yada, yada. I'm talking stupid. But anyways, guys, I'm going to give this movie an 8.5 out of 10. Is it my favorite movie of the year? No, that rightfully belongs to Civil War and Deadpool. Yep, guys, that's all for today. That's all for now. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good shit. And to all you psychotics out there, you stay crazy, motherfuckers. You stay crazy. Later.